Hey guys, today is the 29th of May, 2022, and I'm going to do your collective daily reading. This is good for 24 hours, and then when I'm done with that, I'm going to work on the zodiac signs for the week of the 29th to the 4th of June. So let's get started, shall we? Well, first of all, for the collective, I heard Don't Go Breaking My Heart. That song with Elton John and I think Olivia Newton-John, I believe. I could be wrong. But that's what I heard. So let's get into that and see what we've got. Don't go breaking my heart. I'm singing the song to myself. I'm trying to remember the lyrics. Somebody doesn't want to be made a fool. Yeah. They're saying, don't make a fool of me. Let me see. Okay, collective. The Lovers, Three of Swords. The Empress. Nine of Wands. And at the bottom of the deck, the World. You know, some of you may be in a really difficult situation. Yeah, I think, all right, so with the Lover's card, that's obviously a choice in love, right? Needing to make a choice. And whether you want to stay or go, or whether you want to be with this person or somebody else, there's a choice that needs to be made. This is difficult. And I think whatever choice you make, like, okay, I think a lot of you, the choice that's going to be made is to end a situation, either because it's just been too painful or boring. Even I heard boring. Whatever the case is, I feel like some of you are just going to end it. I think some of you are going to end it because you're exhausted. It could be that you lost trust and it's hard to regain that. I feel like somebody was really brokenhearted before and there was a boundary that was crossed. I feel like there was a boundary that was crossed. Trust has been broken. The loyalty is gone. And I think within the next 24 hours, this is going to be a serious evaluation because the energy you're entering into is just completely exhausted with it. I mean, you're at the 9, which is almost the 10. The 10 is a completion. It's over. So it's almost like you're right there. But let me get some clarity. Why? Why is that? There's that 9 of Wands here. Death. Queen of Cups. Judgment. Yeah, some of you just might be wanting to, the bottom of the deck, 9 of Pentacles. Some of you just want to be alone. Some of you need to regroup. That's what I really feel. Some of you need to regroup. And I think there's been a difficulty with closing this out because Death really came out in reverse. I just put it upright in front of me, but it's like there's no more nurturing, no more growth in it. There's really just no more growth. It's like the compassion, the passion, the empathy even has died. Even empathy. You know how bad it's got to get for empathy to die? I mean, the love can die. Like when you're in love with somebody, you can fall out of love, but you still care about what happens to them. Empathy, it's like kiss off, don't ever come back. I don't give a shit if you get, if a Mack truck comes and runs over all your big toes, like I don't care. That's lack of empathy, But I feel like wherever this is coming from, oh shit. Yeah, I'll tell you what that is in a second. Whatever this is coming from betrayal and heartache. And that, the judgment's here. Judgment's here. It's time. It's time. It's time. It's time. At the bottom of the deck, we've got the World. Right underneath that was the Tower. Right underneath that, the Three of Pentacles. And right underneath that, the Seven of Cups. And then, won't you know, underneath that is the Wheel of Fortune. But with the World, that's a completion of a cycle. And it's so funny. And here's the Wheel of Fortune to start a new one, right? Now, some of you got to be careful because the new cycle you're starting could be getting back into another, even if you don't know them, could be another toxic relationship. So I think Nine of Pentacles is probably the best option. If you're breaking up with somebody, stay single for a while. At least until you can recover. But there may be a third party situation, which is why I heard don't go breaking my heart, because we've got the Three of Swords and the Three of Pentacles. It's like trying to build with somebody who's not even available, right? And then we've got the Tower. Somebody's going to get caught. I don't see the moon out here or something that really signifies being caught. However, judgment's here. So judgment could be blowing the lid on this, whatever it is. If you're in a third party situation, judgment may be setting up a scenario, spirit may be setting up a scenario where the lid comes off. And the reason isn't to hurt you. It's because they're like, look, you know that you need to get out of this and you're not doing it on your own. So let us help. But here's the Seven of Cups. This is trying to choose wisely with the options that are in front of you. Same thing with the Lovers. You're really trying to think this through and be wise about it, Yeah. Let's see what I got. I'm going to use a different deck here. This is Heal Yourself reading cards. They're different, but they're pretty. I like them. So let me shuffle this. Sorry about all the banging on the table. I'll try to be quiet. Don't go breaking my song. It's stuck in my head. But I think there's gaslighting too. Because in the song, you hear the guy, don't go breaking my heart. And then you hear the girl, I couldn't if I tried. Which is a lie. Like, I feel like that's the gaslighting. Like, I wouldn't hurt you. I love you, baby. I could never hurt you. Wink, wink. All right, advice. Wild. Inner child. Courage. Yeah. I think the bottom of the deck, sexual arts. Sexual arts, 33. I feel like that has a lot to do with like the Lovers card because they look alike. With the two lovers and then the two lovers. So, yeah, I think some of you are dealing with, infidelity for sure. And some of you are having a difficult time taking a risk or ending this. Some of you are afraid that you're gonna have to go on this journey by yourself and it's terrifying you. But I feel like with inner child, there's some deep wounds that need to be healed. Some that you've been kind of shying away from, moving away from these deep wounds. But I think now it's time for like this card says, courage, because you've got help. You've got help. You're afraid of what is in the dark. You're afraid of what you can't see, what's lurking in the dark, So you've got this lantern to help light your way. This light is coming in from Spirit. Spirit says, don't worry about them. Don't worry about the background. Don't worry about that. We got you. We got you. And I feel like that's the fear. If you have a fear of starting over, I get it. I do. But why keep yourself a prisoner, you know? It doesn't make sense to do that. But I think that whatever's coming up is fated. I think whatever's coming up is meant to. And if somebody is hurting you like that, I mean, honestly, if somebody can be so bold to go and cheat on you behind your back, because I really feel like this has to do with trust. Whether somebody's cheating on you or it's a friend deceiving you, whatever it is, I really feel like this is based around trust. That's how I can sum this up. But I feel like, you know, when you stay around somebody who deceives you like that and you allow them to stay in your world, it's literally because you don't love yourself enough to move on from it. That's really what it boils down to. It truly does. Some people love so hard that they forget about loving themselves. Trust me, I know. I was one of those people. I'm not anymore. I've been really fighting through that because, well, it affected every area of my life, including my YouTube channel, for sure. So, yeah, it's not okay. Let me see. Chop wood, get to work, clean this up. It needs to be cleaned up. Time to go. Boom. TikTok, time's running out. Time's running out. Now, hear this. Time's running out because the energy's gonna change. So you're in the perfect energy right now to start making moves and working on what it is that you want to change in your world. You're in the energy of it. This energy isn't going to last, It'll come back around, but it's not going to be for a while. So whatever karmic cycle that you're not closing out now, it's going to repeat itself until the opportunity presents itself again to close out. And that may not be for a few years. So that's why Chop Wood came out. Like, you really are. And TikTok and Chop Wood. Like, you really need to clean this up quickly. It's time to go. Like, if you don't, you're really going to hold yourself back. And you've got free will. You can do what you want to do. But if that's what you choose, can you really complain about your situation later on? You know? Can you really do that? So, let's see. Yeah, it's time to clean it up. No more excuses. No more fear. No more fear. Put the fear aside. No more fear. Your guides are really nudging you. They really are. They want you to be brave. They want you to be brave. Yeah, let's see. Choose your battles. This is your choice. Trust in spirit. Take a risk. Take a risk. Trust. Let go. Embrace. Embrace the universe and rebuild. See, you've got to let go in order to rebuild. There's so many pieces of you that have been shattered. And, you know, you have guides and angels around you trying to help you heal and trying to bring you back together, you know. It's like you're in pieces. Yeah. So I think it's really important. There's just a really big issue of trust right now. We're needing to get something done. The judgment here, judgment's like, come on, let's go. Stop sitting around and not getting... Now, there's some of you that don't need anything. You know what I mean? And you're good. This isn't for you. This is for the people that have just been procrastinating out of fear, not out of laziness. Big misconception. There's a difference between lazy, unmotivated, and depressed, and sad, and just feeling stuck. There's a difference between those things. You know, and don't let anybody tell you you're lazy because you've been depressed. That's just... Whew. people work my nerves. I swear to God. It's just so ignorant. It's so ignorant of the collective. Don't be gaslit. I think some of you are just getting gaslit all over the place. Ignore the bullshit. Yeah, somebody might give you a hard time. Just breathe. Relax. Tested positive for being negative. Yeah, you can't really get ahead if you can't, you know, look. It's all love. Would they fight for you? And beware of your surroundings. It's time to go. If you're going to be aware of your surroundings, if you're going to question somebody's loyalty towards you, you got to go, you got to go. All right, so I've got this really cute oracle deck. It's called the Divine Circus Oracle. I'm going to pick a card from here and just read from the book. I should have brought my glasses. I didn't bring my damn glasses. But I haven't used this deck in a long time, so I think it's really cute. It's called the Divine Circus Oracle. Bunch of clowns, which is suitable for this reading, don't you think? We're dealing with the clowns. Sorry. All right. One card for the collective. Supernova. Let's see what that's about. That's pretty cool. I should have brought my glasses, dang it. All right, so give me a second. This is kind of long, but I'm going to read it anyway. All right. Supernova. Something in you needs to be unleashed. This is not quiet and steady growth, but more like a wild explosion of creative energy and sacred fire. The sparks... I really should have brought my glasses. Can't see a damn thing. The sparks your rapid growth will create shall ignite your body, mind, and soul, inspiring you to expand even beyond what you believe is possible. Your light will shine far and wide. You cannot control it, but you can trust it. A rocket is capable of traveling far with great power and speed before settling into an effortless orbit far beyond the world in which it began its journey. To launch, however, requires power. A quiet and contained power is not appropriate for the task. A raw and explosive force is needed to propel the rocket from the known world of Earth towards its destined orbit in space. The oracle of the supernova indicates a time of rapid growth, so accelerated and powerful that it can feel like an explosion, as if you were the rocket being launched into space. It tends to be of high intensity but short duration. Whilst this is a positive thing, it can cause shock waves and disrupting patterns and create feelings of instability and even uncertainty as your world starts to change in ways you don't feel are within your personal control. Wow, that really goes to what I was saying about courage, you know, and it being time. It's time now. Like you're in the perfect energy to be launched. But you've got to have courage in order to do so, right? But now's the time. Tick tock, tick tock. Remember that card. All right. As it moves from the dramatic force of the launch towards the eventual peace of an effortless orbit, the rocket will jettison the very thing needed to get the journey started. This isn't about dispoising of the essentials, the people and things that really mean something to your heart, but rather about letting go of old attitudes, ideas, ways of being, and attachments to allow for utter freedom to ascend. Wow. After the intensity of the birth, the effortlessness of your orbit into a new world will require a different attitude. What you needed to begin your journey to start a new venture or life cycle will be different to what is required to continue on your life journey. You need to trust in what is happening at all points on your journey. Don't hold on to a support system, belief system, or way of being out of fear. Sometimes it's just time to let it go because it's not relevant for your journey anymore. Ba-da-ba. If you try to hold on, you will actually just be holding yourself back. I mean, didn't I just say all this? I'm just saying. When the time comes to let go, you'll feel it. People or situations will not be able to reach you or you them. Even if you are making an effort to try and stay connected, previous support systems and connections won't be able to support you anymore on the next steps of your journey. It's like they are training wheels that are no longer needed. They would just get in the way. So you have gratitude for what was, and with love, you let it go. The oracle of the supernova reminds you that after the intensity of the birth, there is another birth of sorts, the settling into a new pattern of life at a higher altitude with more peace, effortlessness, and consciousness. Each phase happens naturally, and you'll feel when and how to respond to each phase in your life as you trust yourself. The healing trick. To help you take the wisdom offered and put it into best use in your life now, do this healing trick to clear obstacles to putting this guidance into place. Play or make some music that feels full of energy. You might want to clap your hands, dance, sing, and bang pots or pans along with the music that flows. Let it be as noisy, alive, and free as it can be. When you feel you've had enough of that, become quiet and rest. Close your eyes. Visualize, imagine, feel, or pretend that as you relax, you are one with the whole universe. You know, I tell people all the time, fake it till you make it. And it's not about being fake. It's about living in a reality, a space, until that space becomes a reality, you know? You are vast and you are vast and black and filled with stars. Inside, there is a beautiful star exploding into light. It is far away, and yet it creates so much light that for several moments, the entire universe is filled with light. Just watch it happen. When you are ready, say, "My supernova soul expands into brilliant life. I surrender completely and allow the loving hand of the universe to hold me safe during my rapid expansion into the next phase of my divine destiny. I relax into the process and all unfolds beautifully. You have finished your healing trick." Affirmation. Say the following affirmation aloud to boost the power of this message and to integrate it into your body, mind, and soul. You can say it morning and or evening for a few days or even a few months, or just at the end of your healing trick. Love erupts through me in an explosive wave of sound and light. Peace is created as the way is cleared for my true and immediate success. Wow, that seemed pretty powerful. Some of you might be seeing, I don't know, a lot of you that watch these videos on YouTube are aware of the energies and also numbers being significant. But if you're not, I will say that some of you may be seeing ones, a lot of ones repeating themselves or fives repeating themselves. Look up the spiritual meaning of those numbers. Google it. Everybody has a cell phone. Google it. You're going to find resonance in that. All right. So I hope this made sense. And I will see you guys soon. This is good for 24 hours. But I have a sneaking suspicion it's going to go longer than that. All right. But anyway, I love y'all. Bye.